Hello and what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we've got not one but two new Olitan knife models to check out here together. So I'm excited. We're going to go in no particular order here, starting with this guy. And we're going to use the Rivery Zero here to do the honors on these boxes. They're nice and sealed. The Rivery Zero is going to be linked down below, just like all of these knives and every other product you'll see in this video. Nice and fidgety, USA made milled aluminum utility blade. So absolutely love it with magnets. But without further ado, let's start here with this first one. This one is the ALGO71 with blue micarta. Let's take a look, shall we? All right, here is the knife. Looking nice already. We got a wiping cloth and we got some paperwork and a nice little cushiony foam there. That's your unboxing experience. And let's see what this one here is all about, shall we? Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, liking the blue micarta already. It's nice and deep blue. We have exposed liners on this one with sort of the bronze finish, right? Kind of this sort of bronze or copper finish to it. We have the Olitans logo there on the pocket clip. The pocket clip is pretty deep carry, about that much. And also reversible. We have the holes here on the other side. I like the sort of contrast of the lighter copper bronze on the thumb studs as compared to the blade. The logo and everything else is pretty much all matching, color matching here on the color scheme. So I am digging that. We have a front flipper and we have thumb stud deployment. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go front flipper, which by the way has good jimping on it. Bam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful drop point blade there, to say the least. It is going to be a flat grind. Let's give it a nice little wipe there. All right, it's got some oils out of the box for protection and things like that. So very clean design too, right? So so not a lot of billboarding of any kind going on there on the blade, right? Check that out. So 10CR 15 MOV steel. That's an interesting take on that one steel wise. I was expecting something like 14C 28N, which is everyone's favorite budget steel these days, but 10CR 15 MOV is an interesting take. But yeah, absolutely digging the blade geometry. Very straightforward, very nice and elegant. There's going to be a liner lock, so we do have a liner here making contact with the blade, holding it open. It is a locking knife after all. So my apologies to my UK friends across the pond, but about a 20% or so lockup. All right, we have access from the show side here. Very nice and easy to disengage. Check that out. And I want to say this one is going to be on, yes, ball bearings. So yeah, look at that. Nice and smooth action on the drop. Okay, Olitans, I see what you guys are up to. This one is very, oh man, very, very nice, guys. How smooth is that? So first of all, the front flipper is so good. A lot of people, and I get what people mean sometimes, you know, a lot of people are very hesitant about front flippers these days, because back in the day, you know, front flippers were a little bit of a hit or miss. Some of them would absolutely destroy your thumb or whatever and not really work out that well, but look how smooth this is, right? Absolutely really, really smooth on the deployment. Side of the index finger, bam, right? Reach around, boom. Obviously with your thumb, bam. I mean, front flipper is very nice. We can thumb deploy. That feels good. We can reverse flick. Oh yeah, we can do that all day. I'm gonna try to do it with a nail. Yes, it absolutely also works with the nail, which is my preferred way to do it as compared to the meat of your middle finger there. So Spidey flick works both ways, and the drop shot action is nice. Good alignment there, smack in the middle, right? You guys be the judge. And of course, ergos feel pretty good. Getting a full grip with my average size hands. Not the biggest, not the smallest. I do feel the pocket clip a tad bit, so I'm gonna give it a good 8.5. Maybe it's a little bit on the taller side. Maybe if it was a little bit narrower, shorter. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10 feels right. You can also forward choke a tad bit here, getting closer to the blade if you wanted to, of course, being very carefully. It doesn't have a dedicated finger choil, so that's just something to keep in mind, but you do get a longer cutting path as a return. So something to keep in mind there. The micarta feels really nice. It's all contour all around. And it looks like we have maybe like a black G10 backspacer here, also with a post right there for your lanyard solution. And I don't know, I didn't think that this bronze and blue combo was going to work. I've never seen it in any other knife, but somehow, some way, it works here pretty well. We do have milling on the inside for weight reduction. Take a look at that. All right, very nicely done. Then the liners are also painted in the same color scheme, so everything just looks so good here. Right, so again, this one is the G071, right? G071. This is something about Olitan and other brands too that I really wish they went the extra mile. You know, some of the most iconic knives we know today, right? They have a name, right? Civivi Elementum, Kershaw Leak, Spyderco PM2, Para 3, Microtech Stitch, right? You get the point. So maybe giving it a name would have, you know, been a little bit easier to remember, other than, you know, a letter number soup. But this one is going to be the AL M070DS, right? Got a Nintendo DS here. Yellow carbon fiber. Now we have the magnetic box on this one, so that gives you a little bit of a hint of a more premium knife, if I had to guess. Here we go. We also have the nice zipper pouch. These are all good signs. We have a wiping cloth, and we have some swag here. We have a what is this, like a gecko? 15 minutes could save you 15% on your future knives. Anyways, lame jokes aside, right? We got some paperwork, stickers, and of course the wiping cloth. So that's nice. But let's see, right? Zipper pouch. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I think we got something special here, ladies and gentlemen. On the right side, we have a T6, T8 tool. Right, so an L-shaped tool there. We have an additional screw. We have an additional piece of like a tab here with a hole. So that's nice to see some additional hardware. Of course, good old silica gel candy right there. And here is the knife. Let's see what this one is all about here, shall we? Boom, bam. All right. I gotta tell you, man, first impressions, I thought, you know, obviously this is gonna be a more budget knife. This is gonna be a more premium knife, both on the same brand. But yeah, I can already tell this one is just a step above the one that we just looked at. So if you got some additional extra money, right, you're wondering what Olitan can deliver. Oh man, they got you covered. So it looks like they go from the logo and the pivot, right, to a nice clean pivot. And then that's going to be captive, of course, right? T8 on the other side. And we have this beautiful carbon fiber going on with the yellow accents. Loving that. Exposed, I want to say titanium liners on this one. Wasn't expecting that from an Olitan's knife. Oh yeah, the looks do not disappoint. All titanium with a very long back spacer here. Check that out. Almost gives you integral vibes without being an integral. And then very nice and tastefully done Olitan's logo here. So it's not on the pocket clip like on the budget counterpart, but that is done very tastefully there. Also back there is your lanyard solution, and it just wraps all the way around here to the almost tippity tip of the blade. Good alignment there on the blade. We got thumb studs for deployment and that titanium pocket clip. Yeah, love to see it. I want to say this one doesn't seem to be reversible, has like a square sort of cutout. So I don't know if this one could be reversible or not. Those thumb studs actually look really, really nice. Very, very elegant. But yeah, here we go. Bam. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Check out this little bit of a clip point blade, right? A little bit of a buoy clip point blade going on here with the Damascus going on. And get a hold of that Damascus right there. That looks gorgeous. That's one beautiful looking Damascus. Absolutely gotta love it. Very clean, no billboarding, of course. The Damascus is the star of the show. And by the way, in case you don't know how Damascus is made, they basically layer steel on top of steel and make many layers of the steel. And then when you cut it out, right, you can see all the contrasting layers, right? The shiny versus the non-shiny layers. That's what makes this beautiful design right there. Looks so good. It is going to be a liner lock, so check this out. We do have a steel insert for steel on steel contact. I say the contact right there is barely, what, 5–10% if anything. We have not necessarily a huge cutout on the show side, but we do have access right here. Nice and easy to disengage, right? Push over to the left here and disengage the knife. And then on the close, oh yeah, nice and shake shutter. Not a drop shot, right? It's breaking in, of course, but look at that, shake shot for sure. And it just, you know, feels nice, and like it's got some good thickness to it. The carbon fiber is nice and contour all around, so that also feels good on the hand. No hot spot, sore spot, pokey spot anywhere, so that feels also nice. Very snappy, of course, on the deployment. Also, listen to the sound. Holy smokes. Wow. And I just noticed a bit of detail here. So it looks like in order to accommodate this long back spacer here, they made a cutout on the inside, which you can see going on there. Could be for weight reduction, but I'm assuming it's more to protect the edge, obviously, so the edge of the blade does not hit the back spacer and you can have as much of the blade tucking into the handle as possible. All right, check out the milling all the way on the inside. Right, again, this one feels really lightweight. Even the liner little side has some milling going on also. But oh man, this yeah, this thing is a looker, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely a looker. Looking like $1,000,000 here, no doubt about it. So full 4-finger grip. It absolutely fits my hands perfectly. As you know, again, not the biggest of hands, not the smallest of hands, so just average hands there. But yeah, definitely gets the work done, and I'm able to get full purchase. No jimping on the blade for some reason. Maybe that's, again, an intentional choice. Some jimping here would have been nice. You know, maybe a little bit of jimping up here would have been nice too. So that's what I would have done if it were my design, but it's not. And it's not the end of the world, right? That's not a deal breaker or anything. That's just nitpicking for the sake of nitpicking at this point, because it's just, you know, there's really not a lot to nitpick with this one here. Pocket clip could have been reversible, and some jimping, preferably. Me personally, but again, not a huge deal. If anything, it is a premium knife, so the deployment, the execution here, right, the fit, the finish, QC overall just looks nice. And again, I didn't know Olitans could be this nice, right? They could go this level, they could go this hard as far as fit, finish, right, just overall delivery. That is, again, yeah, needless to say, if you haven't gotten the hint by now, I am impressed, no doubt about it, with this model. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons really quick here, rapid fire. We got the first model, the second model here. The premium one is going to be a tad bit shorter, right? Obviously, the budget one, it seems to be a little bit larger there. Rapid fire here is the MSI. Here is the Stitch. You can see the size difference. Those are going to be obviously much larger knives, no doubt. Here's the PM2. And the Para 3, so even the Para 3 is a little bit larger than these two. And last but not least, there's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad. Right? Again, links for all these down below, so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. And without further ado, let's go ahead and see what these can do here on our scientific cutting test. Got some paper, I got some cardboard, right? Let's kind of go in the same order that we started. Again, very interesting, 10 CR, 15 MOV steel on this one. And again, the price should be very affordable. This is a budget knife, so here we go. Scientific nail test, yes, feels good. Okay, that feels nice. Definitely slices through the paper there pretty well, as you would expect. Just letting the edge do the work there. And then as far as cardboard goes, cutting diagonally here for better performance. Oh yeah, bam, boom, bam. It even comes with sound effects, by the way, if you didn't catch that. There you go. And lame jokes aside, switching over to the premium counterpart here, Damascus steel, piece of paper. Oh yeah, that's butter smooth, very nice, and slicey as you would expect. Bam, boom, bada bing, bada boom. And of course the cardboard here, same deal. Bam, boom. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, no doubt about it, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10, right? How sharp are these guys? Factory edge, 10 being the sharpest. You all let me know. Alright guys, and just like that, there you have them, two new models from Olitans knives, at least new to the channel. We have this first one here is the G071. Then we have the premium counterpart here. This one is just blew me out of the water. That was not expecting Olitans to go this hard. Absolutely impressed there, to say the least. That one is the M070DS. These, of course, are linked down below, just like every other knife you saw in this video. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. If this overview has been valuable, smashing that like button goes a long way. Also, please consider subscribing. I make content like this on a daily basis. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. Let me know your thoughts on these. What do you guys like about them? What do you love about them? Is there anything you dislike about them? Let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.